Hey there everyone, Hitesh here, back again with another video, and yes, this is the second video of the day. And in this video, we're going to talk about Adobe XD. So yes, I haven't forgotten about my challenge of 30 days of Adobe XD. A lot of people thought that this 30 days are going to be just back to back. No, it's not going to happen like that. It's going to be whenever I'll get time, I'll try to explore because, I have other stuff to do, not just YouTube. So anyways, regarding of that, let's move forward, and I want to design today a radio app, and we'll walk you through that how we are going to design, will I get succeed or not. And I have learned a lot in Adobe XD, thankfully, to this continuation of learning the things, but I don't just post the video for the sake of posting videos. So without any further ado, and of course one more thing, again we will be using some of the icons from Icons 8 website in case you are not aware of it. Let me walk you through. If you are watching this video just on a random suggestion, we use Icons 8, and this is what we will be using. Feel free to use that as well. It's a free resource that you can use. It has tons of amazing icons. You can have it, like for example, we'll be using one for radio because we are building up a radio app today. And if I just search for radio, it can show me amazing icons. For example, I'm going to go for color, and there are some amazing radio icons that definitely we might want to use, especially this RFID something or this online. This is a beautiful icon, so we'll be using that. Now what I will be using is going to be SVG. Mine is unlocked, yours might not be, or might be available with credit, because I have bought a license for that, because I'm using that in my YouTube videos and in fact for other resources as well. So I have bought a license for that. So without any further ado, but again, you can also use it. You just have to mention the credit at the bottom of the page. I don't have to because I have a license now. So we're gonna just go for new, and we are gonna go and we are gonna build it for iPhone X. No, I don't like the X. I'm gonna go for this. So let's just bring up here. Okay, so this is iPhone 678 plus 1. So this is what we'll be using. Now let's just select this artboard, and first and foremost what I would like to do in this artboard is I would like to have a layout which is going to be square, because this time I want to be a bit more perfect. And what I have realized is something goes like this. Let me just zoom that so that you can also see that. So see these lines up here. When I push a rectangle here, this is how it goes. Let's just say we are aligned just line by line onto this grid. Very precise, very amazing. But when I try to move anything from my arrow keys, notice it doesn't move just perfect. It just still remains a little bit. And even if I just move it like that, that moves it 1 pixel. When I press shift and move it, it doesn't move it like exactly perfect. And as I move it onto the very sideways, it doesn't move perfectly. And the reason for that is because we do have a pixel grid of 8 squares here, and with the help of shift, when we move anything, it just moves on to 10 pixels. So I would like to make my grid of 10 here, 10 square size. So when I hit enter, it is still perfect, almost perfect. I haven't seen any complaint with that. Surely some of the designer can really be mad at me for doing that, but I believe this is a better workflow for me, because when I just move a rectangle, and let's just shrink that a bit, and let's try to zoom it. Now what happens is when I align it perfectly on line to line on any particular grid, and when I hold down my shift key and move it there, notice it just moves perfectly on these squares. So I kind of like it. I like it, and I will be using it for that. So make sure you just select that if you're following along with me. You just go ahead and change your square sizes to 10. I have tried to design a few markups with that, and I think it's actually a better approach. And where did it go? There we go. So what we'll be doing is, okay, come on, command 1. Nope, just go up here, command 1. There we go, looks nice. So let's draw these, and we will be taking help from the icons so that it looks a little bit beautiful. And press V key to select this, and we're gonna get rid of that. Okay, now first and foremost, we want this artboard, and surely we can fill that up, but I would not like to do that. I would like to create my rectangle and would like to fill it up like that way. So I'm gonna just fill it up just like that, and to the whole size. There we go, looks nice, and just snaps out onto every edges. That's what I like. And I'm going to remove the border. I'm going to fill it up with a color, and obviously you can note down this color. This is a very beautiful shine of black, which is 15171E. I know it looks not so great and not so amazing as of moment, but let me turn off these grids for a moment. It will look so beautiful. So let me turn off these grids, and notice it's actually a beautiful color. So don't just get deceived. It's a beautiful color, but since we do have a grid lines on, that's why it's not looking very beautiful. But we need grids here for the moment because we want to design it onto the pixel perfect preciseness for this particular case. Okay. So what we'll be doing is we will be leaving two grids here, so that it just moves on to kind of a very center-ish position. So we'll be placing up one grid up here, and this is what we want to do. This is kind of a markup what we have. So we're gonna have 3 by 3, not 4 by 4. So this is one of what we will be having here first, and I'm gonna press my option key. Where is my option key? There we go. Press V key first, option key, and we're gonna just duplicate that, and we are going to just place it there. So there we go. We have two icons which will go up here. We don't have any icon right now, but surely it will come. And then exactly at the center, I would like to type the logo. So I'm gonna call this as simply logo would be, let's just say, my logo. Okay, I don't want to put a logo here as of now, but this is what we are having. Now we're going to put a color into that. So let's just fill that and note down the color again. And this is again a beautiful color that will look awesome on here, and which is 56A2FD. And trust me again, this is a good, beautiful color, which is going to look absolutely amazing. And what we can do is we can just use these lines and put that at the center. I would like it to be a little bit bigger. It's gonna be, let's just say 30 pixels, not the pixels exactly, of size 30. I would like to change the font as well. And I'm gonna go for a little bit sleek. So I'm gonna go for Avenir. It might not be available because it's only a Mac font. Feel free to look up onto the Google for other fonts as well. Again, it needs to be center. And yep, that's perfect. And in case just you want to see that, yes, it's definitely beautiful. So it's gonna go something like that. Okay, so this part is like almost done. And then what I want to do is I want to zoom out a little bit. This part is okay. Now what I want to have is I want to have a line here. So I'm going to press L, and I want to have a line on the center just for the reference purpose. I promise I'll delete that. I'm going to go ahead, bump it up to 6 pure white so that I'm able to see that, because I want some part to be at the exact half above and I want some part to be exact half below. I will delete this line. This is just for reference. Okay. So next up, I would like to have an oval, or called a circle. And this is going to be, okay, come on. This is not a circle. Definitely not. And this is going to be O. No, it's actually ellipse. So press E, not O. Shift, and we're going to have a circle like this big. Yeah, that's actually a little bit too big. Okay, so it's a circle of 70 by 70, and we're gonna place it just right there. It's gonna have a border. No, I don't think so. Yeah, or we can have a border of bluish theme, so definitely it will look good. So we're gonna have a border. Let's just have it. So you know what, these colors I'll be using a lot, so it's good that I select this color and I bring up my swatch. So we're gonna add a color here into the swatch so that we can access it whenever we want, again and again. For example, I want to access it again, so I'm gonna just fill it up with no, I'm gonna have a border of this. So I'm gonna select this, or I could have just clicked on that as well. We're gonna bump the border a bit, so like 4 is gonna look good. And again, notice whenever you see that, it is actually beautiful, so don't worry about that. It's gonna look good. Okay, so we're gonna just select that. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And now we can have some text. So we're gonna have a username here that would be like, oh, why not me? So we're gonna go for a big name. I luckily do have a very big name. Surname is too big, so we're gonna bump this up a little bit because obviously it should not be 30 and it should be like 24 is good. And we are going to make it a bit bold, so I'm going to call it as medium. Okay, press V key and we are going to just align that here just like that. And I just want to close these grids as of now. It's better in visual. Okay, this is where I want exactly to be, just aligned with my logo. And we are gonna have some kind of message as well. So let's just say text, and we are gonna mention probably age, or probably we're gonna mention some time here maybe. So it's gonna be like 21, or not 21, it's gonna be, let's just say 08:00 p.m. I don't know why we are mentioning time here. I don't think that's a good place to time. So Hitesh, the music person, although I'm not, but still. Okay, and it's gonna be like 12. It's too small. 12 is too small. We're gonna go for 16. Yeah, that's kind of it. It's not gonna be medium, it's gonna be light. Yeah, that's exactly the music person. And this time we're gonna choose a color which is gonna just pop out. Yeah, that is what I'm looking for. So press V key and escape and V, and this should go exactly like that. Okay, and we can move this a little bit. Okay, so that is all good, and let's just see on the grid if these things are perfectly on the grid or not. Let's just press the Z key and we're gonna go up a zoom. Okay, looks pretty good to me. Pretty much aligned, pretty much properly here. So there we go. Let's zoom out. Okay, let's close down the grid. Escape, V, click on this, get rid of the grid. Now what I want to do have is my music player or radio station player kind of a thing. So we're gonna go for a rectangle here. Okay, this is gonna be our rectangle. And in this rectangle, I want to go for the shade, so it's not gonna have any border, or probably can have a whitish border. We can think about it later, but right now we're gonna go for the fill, and this is gonna be exactly like this, but it's gonna be a little bit lighter shade, so just like that. So we're gonna move above, and it's automatically gonna become a little bit lighter. I just wanted to play in this particular shade field, so that's why we are having this. Okay, looks pretty nice and easy. Now what next? We're gonna draw a line here. Now just follow along with me here, because this is a little bit trickier part, but trust me, it's gonna be good. Press down the shift key so that we can have a very straight line. Okay, and this line is gonna be a little bit of the lighter shades, so we're gonna go and bump it up to a little bit whitish, not exactly white. C1, C1, C1 is good. Okay, and now we are gonna have another line. Don't be surprised, it's gonna be looking good. And we are gonna have a line which is gonna be just like this. Okay, escape. Now press your V key so that you can select this. Hold down your option key, and we are gonna have a copy of this 7 points ahead. Again a copy 7 point ahead. We just need a couple of more copies, 7. Don't worry, we are gonna use the repeat grid, but just wait for a moment. So now that we have 5 of these, I'm gonna just select the center one. Press down your shift key so that we can increase the height a bit. There we go. And this one is gonna have a little bit increase, not much. Okay, and this one is also gonna be increased a bit. Okay, so this looks like a bit of music. Now what we're gonna do is select this, hold down your shift key, and we are gonna select all of this. Now press Ctrl G or Command G to make them a group. Now we're going to click on repeat grid, and we are going to just make a repetition here. Notice how easy it was. Yeah, it was super easy. Okay, so this is all good. Now we might want to change the color of this a bit onto shiner side. Not exactly like the midline, but a little bit. So we're going to go for B2, B1, B1. Okay, this is so better, but how is it going to look when I corner the radius a little bit? Now it just looks good in square. Yeah, it's better in square. Okay, and now we want some of the text, so we're gonna say text, and I'm gonna say 93.5 FM, whatever that is. I'm not making a publicity for anyone. I'm gonna select all of this. This needs to be bigger, so we're gonna go for 30 again. Okay, and this needs to be a bit bold, obviously, so we're gonna go for heavy this time, or probably more. Black, I don't know if it is heavier. And obviously we're going to select a color for that, so we can just click on this and there we go, nice and cool. But we want to make it onto the center. No, I don't want to type V, I just want to select you. So we're gonna go on to the center. Yeah, damn, center looks pretty good. Okay, looks pretty awesome. I like that. Now obviously we need a song that is playing up, so it should mention that as well. Probably just right here. We're gonna say playing colon. I don't remember much of the song name. Linkin Park. Probably whatever the song you pick up. Obviously it should not be 30, it should be like 20. Nope, it's too big. Probably like 18, still big. We're gonna go for 14. Yeah, and also this black is not soothing enough. We're gonna go for medium. Yeah, that is way better. We're gonna press V to select that, not the typing V. Come on. Okay. We're gonna make it center, so there we go. Looks absolutely beautiful, but this P needs to be capital. Okay, so this P needs to be in caps. Playing Linkin Park. Yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty decent. We're gonna just move it up here. Nope, a little bit gap. So we have a 4.5 of gap in both sides, so that looks pretty good. I like this. And obviously we need some timing of, let's just say this song is of 4 minutes, so we're gonna say a time, that how much time it's left, and it's gonna be keep on ticking. Let's just say 3 colon maybe 22 seconds left. So it's just, we are gonna assume that this is gonna keep a track of the song and is gonna be just saying that this is the number which is remaining. And obviously this needs to be in blue, so we're gonna just choose the color. And 14 is way big for this guy. This one should be 10. This doesn't need much of the attention or much of the detail, so we're gonna just put it right there at the corner. And we will be having an icon here. So right now we don't have any icon, so we're gonna press R, and just right there we are gonna have exact same size of icon here, probably a bit bigger, just like that. So it's gonna be a 17 by 17 or 18 by 18 icon. And this also needs to be a little bit bigger up here, so we're gonna select this guy, move that here. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a look good, let's just say. So this is our app as of now. Looks pretty cool in the dark mode. We will be selecting some icons for it, don't worry. So this is what we are having, and we need a few buttons and icon as well. So we're gonna press E for ellipse, and I'm gonna zoom that again. Okay, and now we need 4 icons here, so we're gonna just press shift and we're gonna go ahead and grab it like that. So this is like 53 by 53, not very good. We're gonna go for 50, not 53, come on. We're gonna go for 50 by 50. Still a square, but this is what we are gonna have. And obviously this doesn't follow up much of the themes, so we're gonna just select that, and we are going to fill them up with blue color, and the border is gonna be absolute white with a size of 2. Yep, that is very neat, very precise. We obviously are going to throw up some of the icons here, but first I'm going to press my option key, and we're going to have a copy of this, like 30 pixel ahead, 30 pixel ahead. Is it 30 pixel ahead? Yep, now. And 30 pixels from here. So there we go. Both of them are here. So we're going to select, oops, Command Z. Just don't want to do that. Select that, and we're gonna bring them up to center. Obviously I can select all of them and bring them center. No, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. So we're gonna have a center-ish icon here. Looks pretty good. We are gonna throw up some icons here, but first we need to throw up some text. So let's just say this is gonna be a radio station icon. That font looks good, but I can make that look a bit better, surely. This is gonna be radio, and oops. Text, I want to type here, come on. This is gonna be what? I don't know what that is gonna be used for, but that's gonna be mic. Again, a text I want to have here, which is gonna be probably volume, escape, and again we're gonna have a text, and this time it's gonna be, I don't know exactly. This is gonna be, let's just say info. I have no idea. Now these are not aligned, obviously. We need to align them properly. So we're gonna press V and we're gonna just make a thing here. Okay, we need to align them properly. Luckily for us that our XD actually helps us in doing that. Notice these guideline icons. I just don't want to be placing them anywhere. Okay, this looks good. Okay, now I want to select all of them. Just hold down your shift key and select all of them because I don't like the blue here. It's gonna look better in white. Okay, so this is all good. Now what we want to do is we want to have a big circle here, which is gonna be like play, pause, something like that, fast forward, something like that. So we're gonna press E for ellipse. We're gonna have a circle which is gonna look damn beautiful. And we're gonna place that just like here. It should be a bit more bigger. It should be like 160 by 160. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna choose a specific color for this. So we're gonna fill it up with a color that we have used above. So there we go. And it can have a blue color for the border. So we can have a, no, don't want to do that. We want just a blue color here in the border. So there we go. It looks nice. Why is T here? So there we go. Okay, looks pretty good. And we're gonna have two lines here for pause because I'm assuming the song is playing already. Hit the shift key and we're gonna have this line which is gonna be probably 10. Not exactly 10. That looks ugly. 7. How about that? Still ugly. 5. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, and we're gonna press down first. Let's make that a bit bigger. Okay, and we're gonna press down Option key and press Escape first, V then to select it. Now press Option and duplicate that. These are way far apart. Don't want to do that. Okay, so this is like our pause and play. Okay, now we need another. These should be absolute white. They will look gorgeous in that. Yeah, there we go. Now what I want to do is I want to group them. So Command G. Now what you can do is now you can align them center. There we go. There we go. Just perfect center of the circle. But is this circle at the center? Yep, I think so. I think so it was. So there we go. We can surely actually centerize that using this. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, now it is on center. And we can do these in relative to the center. There we go. So you can just shift and select that and then use these centers. Nice. Okay. And we're going to have some text here. So this is going to be just plus. And I want to make it blue and a bit bigger. Probably 15. And I want to make it blue. So come on. Be blue. There we go. And I want to have another icon which is going to be text, and there we go. I'm going to say minus. Come on, you should also be like, what was your size? 15 and blue. So yours is going to be, select all of that. You will be blue and you will be 15 too, but you will be a bit onto heavy side. Otherwise you won't be much visible. Nope. Not heavy. You don't look good in heavy. So blue again. We're gonna select text, blue, medium is okay, and there we go. Press escape. There we go. They are not aligned at all. They are not aligned. So I want to make them. Now they are aligned. Thank you XD for helping me there. Okay, let's zoom out and see how it looks. This looks beautiful. This is one beautiful thing. Now we need two icons of fast forward here. Hopefully we'll be able to find that. So let's just search in a, that's gonna be fast. Yeah, we do have fast forward. And do we have backward? We do have fast forward, so we can work out with that. So we're gonna just place two icons here. Zoom that for me, please. And we're gonna have an oval, so E. And now we are gonna have it like this. Press V, and we're gonna move that here. And I'm going to hold down my option key and we're going to have a duplicate here just like there. Okay, there we go. And now I want to zoom out. Although it looks beautiful, but I don't need this line. There we go. So this is our whole screen that we are having. It looks pretty decent. Okay, now it's time that we drag and drop some icons and make it more beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to open that up. First and foremost, we're going to drag and drop some, and notice I'm going to select my SVG. Feel free to use Iconate, flat icons, any other resource to get these icons. So first and foremost, I'm going to have a fast forward icon. So this is going to go ahead and drop just here. And there we go. We do have an icon here. I think this is being scaled up a bit. Why this is rounded, although it looks good, but why is it going rounded here? Don't want it to be rounded, because it's rounded because I need to go into this and want to select this. It's getting a mask here, so I need to open this mask up, select that mask, and I want to delete this ellipse, delete that, and there we go. So obviously this is not good. We need to reverse the direction. How we can do that? We can turn it to 180 degree. There we go. And I can just delete you, and I can select you, hold down my option key, just bring one more of this. Obviously going both in the same direction doesn't make sense. So 0 degree for you. There we go. Doesn't it look nice? I think so. It looks pretty good, pretty beautiful. I think we can change the color for these ones as white as well, but still they looks good. They definitely look good. We're going to select a size, like these are going to be 32 from here. Notice 32 here, and we're going to make a 32 here as well. 32, and we're going to just one dot. There we go. Almost perfect. I like that. Now we need to drag and drop some of the icons here as well as here, all of the places. So we're going to look for settings icon first. So there we go, setting gearbox. It's so beautiful. I like that. We're going to just drag and drop these, and definitely we will be deleting the masking again in a minute. And then we are going to say turn off. Nope. Maybe an icon for off. Okay, I need to look it up. I think refresh icon would be good. I did wanted an off icon. I surely can create that, no problem, but I think it is here. I'm not getting the exact name. I'm going to just drag and drop. Obviously it's not looking good, but since it's an SVG, I can definitely change the color to, okay, let's pick up a color which is going to be bluish. That looks good. Obviously I want to change the color of this guy as well, and let's change it to blue. Nope, didn't selected that. Okay, so we want to, this is the one I want to change. Just double click on that, it's gonna change. There we go, blue. That looks good. The inner one should be white. Okay, so let's zoom it up so that we can select that. There we go. I want this one to be white. There we go. Looks pretty nice. Why are you greenish? You should not be greenish. You should be bluish. Yeah, that's the one. Looks better on you. Definitely this one should also be not greenish, because our theme is on to bluer side. So go ahead, be blue. Okay, this is a 28-minute long video, but you know, things take time. And now we're gonna move ahead and select a few more things. So where is my, okay, there we go. And we're gonna just go for pixels on my website, and let's just drop this coder guy here, and there we go. We obviously can shrink that up a bit, just like that. Okay, so that is good. My profile is ready, almost ready. We need to just drag and drop a few icons and few buttons here. So I'm gonna go ahead and select radio. Okay, so we're gonna go for a radio which looks like this, not this. This one is good. And you know what, I'm gonna just do command Z, and we are going to look onto different icon set. The colors one are not working. We're gonna go for material. So we're gonna just go for a color. We obviously can choose color. I didn't knew that. We're gonna go for white. That are gonna look pure beautiful. So we're gonna drag and drop a radio here. Okay, we're gonna delete the mask in a minute, and then we are gonna go ahead, look for mic. I think that one is good. And then we are gonna go for volume. Volume, yeah, maybe a volume icon like that. And then we are gonna go for last probably settings again. probably different one. But there we go. So these icons look better. And we can have a small icon here. Feel free to use any icon here just like that. Obviously need a little bit work more because we don't want an ellipse here, so we're going to just delete that. Okay, don't want a mask here, so ellipse is going to just delete like that. Surely you can have a mask if you would like to have. I think it's going to look much better without these masks, so that these icons are pop, bold, beautiful. Surely you can just select them in case you didn't like the size of these 50 because these are like bit bold, but I think this looks good and I can just delete this. I don't want anything here. Okay, so this is the final version of our app. That looks pretty dope, pretty good. And on to the black theme. So see, we are having a progress. Obviously we can have a footer bar, but this is pure beauty. This is pure beauty. I like that. Or probably if you wish, what you can do is further, you can select some of them. Let's just ungroup them. And we can just go ahead and select this particular all, and we can make them a bit onto bluer side, so we can see this one is working out. Pretty nice addition. Okay, so here we go, 30 minutes of video in our 30 days of Adobe XD challenge. I'm not promising that the next video is going to come up tomorrow because these kinds of design takes time to just first imagine about them, then draw them, and then do it again in front of you. But definitely we'll be filling up our 30 days of challenge of Adobe XD. So I hope you have enjoyed this design. Let me know how you are designing up, and you also got an assignment. Your assignment is to simply design another radio app, but feel free to use your own creativity and what additional stuff that you go. My design has a flaw that these are just going out like that. Shouldn't be doing that. It should be like this one, but it just shrinks it up. Make it a mess. So I just want to like to have a mask here, but show me your designs on my Facebook page, what you are building up. Your job is to design a simple app for a radio station. Let me know what you are doing with that, and I'll surely like to catch you up in the next video.